Hello and good morning. I am Aguso Fuladin Obame, your friend for a greater Nigeria and the best things of life. As usual, I've been out for my morning walk and I thought that I should share a thought with you. I'm sure you find it useful as it has been to me. As a matter of fact, it's one of the undergirding principles of my life. This comes from a statement made by Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein is considered the greatest scientific mind of the 20th century. And when people like that speak, personally, I pay attention, and we should pay attention. These are highly intelligent, highly gifted people who have contributed immensely to improving the human condition. And so when they say something about life, we should pay attention to that. When I came across this statement, I paid attention to it. He said, and I quote, "Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value." Now, when you hear that statement for the first time, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't sink deep into your heart. So let me say it again, and I need you to pay attention. He said, "Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value." Now, there are two things here he's talking about, and I'll try to explain them as briefly as I can. First, he's talking about success, and then value, and he's bringing them together. Once again, one against the other, one standing beside the other. Let me try to explain this clearly, the way I understand it. Now, success for most of us is acquisition, acquiring material things, making money, building houses, buying cars, private jets, being able to afford holidays at exotic locations around the world, degrees, certificates, titles, awards, etc., etc. Having lots of them, for a lot of us, that's what we consider success. And these things are good. They're good if you know what to do with them, if you use them to improve the human condition. But what most of us do is to make that our goal in life. Our primary goal is to acquire and acquire and acquire. And then we discover that the more we acquire, the less satisfied we are. The reason is material things are not meant to satisfy you. They're not meant to satisfy you. And so if acquisition is your goal in life, you will never be satisfied. The more you get, the more you want to get. And so that's why Albert Einstein is saying, don't make it your goal. Okay? Let value be your goal in life. To illustrate what value is, I'll take another quotation, this time around from Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi said, and I quote, "There are 7 things that will destroy us. 7 things that can destroy any society, any nation, and I add any individual. 7 things. 1 is wealth without work. You want to become rich without working for it. And the only way you can sustain wealth is to acquire wealth through work. That is a truth for individuals as well as a nation." The second thing he talked about is pleasure without conscience. There should be limits to the pleasures you seek and the pleasures you enjoy. And those limits should be limits that respect the rights of others and that dignify others. The third thing he talked about is knowledge without character. We just want to have knowledge and we allow it to puff us up. We become prideful, full of hubris because of what we know. That, he said, will destroy us. Then he talked about religion without sacrifice. Now I'll talk about these things one by one in subsequent videos. But there's a lot of religiosity in Nigeria. We talk God in our mouth, but we don't act godly, and that's a problem. As a matter of fact, it's part of the problem we have in Nigeria. See the huge corruption that has eaten into the fabric of this country and taken us off rail, and is literally destroying us, is carried out mostly by religious people, some even in the name of religion. So if you talk religion in your mouth and you don't act it, it's a dangerous thing. That is what Mahatma Gandhi refers to as religion without sacrifice. Then he talked about science without humanity. Science is a powerful, powerful thing, a powerful tool, but it's not an end in itself. Like all the things of life, science is meant to serve humanity. Your discoveries, your inventions, whatever it is, should be for the good of humanity and not to bring destruction to humanity. It's unfortunate that that the world is able to destroy itself as we stand right now. We're sitting on a bomb. The world is actually a bomb, a nuclear bomb, and it's so powerful that it can destroy the earth 40 times over. And that's a creation of science. It tells you what science can do without humanity. And the other thing he talked about, the next thing he talked about, is politics without principle. That again is a problem of Nigeria. We have a lot of politics, a lot of politicians that are just interested in power, in winning elections, but are not interested in any way in serving humanity and bettering the human condition. Politics should be about service, about bettering the human condition. Then the next thing he talked about, and which I find very, very interesting, is business without ethics. Again, that's a major problem with Nigeria. If you look at all these things, the undergirding principle, what will make them useful to humanity, are things that you also need to develop in your character as a person. So we're looking at work, we're looking at conscience, we're looking at sacrifice, we're looking at principle, we're looking at ethics, etc., etc. Now let me go back to Albert Einstein. He said, do not try to be a man of success, but be a man of value. If you are to be a man of value, you would not go after mere acquisition, just to acquire, just to get. And like I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with these things actually. If you can get them, value is using them for the good of humanity. So value is donation, contributing. I mean, are you an asset or a liability? You should seek to be an asset. That's another way of putting it. Seek to be an asset. Be someone who practices science with humanity. Someone who acquires wealth with work, through work. Someone who engages in politics with principle. Someone who acquires knowledge but has character. Someone who, seeks the good of humanity and works for the good of humanity. That's the kind of person you should be. That's the kind of person you should aspire to become. And that's the kind of person that leaves an indelible impact on humanity. Because you see, after all is said and done, and your time here is done and you're gone, people are not going to remember how rich you are, how much money you had, how many houses you built or bought, how many cars, what types of cars. As a matter of fact, in a decade or two after you're gone, the houses you lived in will become old-fashioned because there will be new designs out there. Your cars will also become old-fashioned relics, as it were. The only thing that is permanent about a human being, about me, about you, is your impact, your influence on others. People will remember what kind of impression you made on them. People will never forget that. So seek to make a good impression. And you make a good impression if you are a man of character and a man of value. That's my wish for you. That's my prayer for you. And I hope that you will take time to listen to this video again and apply these things in your life so you become a better person. And together we're able to build a better country, a better society, and a better world. I remain Agosubame, your friend for greater Nigeria and the best things of life. Bye-bye.